And we're back with the Graveyard Shift show of madness during this unique holiday, only known as Under the Radar. And during the break, we just realized something. 4/20/2020. It's almost 4/20s. One more 20 and we had literally 4/20s for this year's holiday. And I think I blew a lot of people's mind with that one, so to skip over that what we just said, I think it's time for us to go ahead and check out some screenshots and whatnot from the Twitterverse from this past weekend for another edition of the Four Squared Delight. And a lot of fours during this show, I just realized that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the first screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Baby Robot Games with their game Atlas Fate, or Project Atlas. Yeah, we got the name wrong the first time, but slowly recovered afterwards. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our hero not only using her special shadow powers to go right through a wall to make it to the other side, but also shows her leaping on top of a robotic guard, punching him in the face and taking him out with nobody noticing or being the wiser during the incident. Nice! And this game automatically reminds me now of not only a little hint of Prototype, X-Men, and I would have to say, I want to say Assassin's Creed, but I'm going to go a little bit with Aeon Flux because of the way she looks. Definitely really Aeon Flux with that. Yeah, Maestro, I know I said Aeon Flux, but yeah, it still works. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you get a chance to actually grab them into the shadows with you to really get a cool stealth kill as well. And the Maestro coins in by saying that's a cool idea, but at the same time, why not just throw them into the shadows to really get rid of them? That's even better. But besides cool ideas from games with shadow people in them, the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Comfy Fish with their screenshot from the video game Ollie Oop. And this game with the screenshot that they provided for this week, which features a rabbit flying a plane only to try to find a place to land for the water to rise a little bit higher than he hoped, for him to just bank up the side of a giant oversized lighthouse to do a barrel roll and fly directly into the sun, or more or less into a whole bunch of clouds. And this game automatically reminds me of a hopeful sequel for Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, definitely reminds me of Diddy Kong Racing with this. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you get a chance to actually build an airport to actually land on, because, yeah, I got a feeling with all that water all over the place that's rising, you're definitely gonna need another place to land. So here's hoping you can customize the landscape so you can find a safe place for that rabbit to land on. And according to the Maestro, he could just land on the top of that narrow hill, but at the same time, Maestro, if he does that, he's gonna most likely drown. So no. Anyway, folks, besides drowning rabbits that would drown if they decide to, try to land on a small island that's slowly but surely gaining water fast, comes from the Twitter page of Ion Lands with their screenshot from the video game Cloudpunk. And the screenshot that they provided for this week, which is absolutely beautiful, folks, would show a futuristic city not only with a whole bunch of floating advertisements for Corwin Robotics and Thorax, but would also show a whole bunch of different lights from a whole bunch of different buildings that are lurking in the background, including that one building in the back with the, I guess, a light blue or a turquoise blue building that looks like a clock tower from something out of a Judge Dredd film. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of that. And speaking of Judge Dredd, this game, or screenshot that they provided for this week, automatically reminds me of a combination of, I guess, Judge Dredd, the newest one that came out, the newest version of Total Recall, with a little hint of the Fifth Element in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a cool job as a police officer to protect this place, they also give you a chance to have small odd jobs and different vehicles to drive during it. Yeah, because I got a feeling you could get some pretty cool vehicles in this game if you look out hard enough for them. And the next screenshot that we have up, besides cool dystopian future-like games, comes from the Twitter page of Don DeRocha, or Don DeRoca? Yeah, Don DeRoca, with their game, Rhythm SPS. Or according to the maestro, Rhythm FPS. Thanks for the correction. But I think it's more or less a rhythm shoot-person shooter. Even though it's a first-person shooter, but nevertheless, folks, the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our hero trying to keep the beat and take out a whole bunch of bad guys at the same time, only to reach a max combination, grab some health, and then keep the beat going by taking out a whole bunch of other bad guys with a litany list of different type of weapons, which is pretty cool. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Perfect Dark with a little hint of Dance Dance Revolution in there as well. And that's a very interesting concept too. So I'm wondering, in the near future for this game, if you gotta take out a multitude of enemies, do you have to switch to an automatic weapon and just keep tapping the button over and over again to take out all those enemies? Yeah, that would be pretty cool if you do. So here's hoping you have a different variety of weapons based on the difficulty you decide to choose. Like easy difficulty, a sniper rifle, medium, a pistol, hard, SMG or assault rifle, or even insane with a light machine gun. And I got a feeling my sister would be the one to always go for insane difficulty. Yeah, that seems right up her alley. And finally, last but not least, besides cool shooting rhythm games that might be the first of their kind, comes from the Twitter page of Captain Singh, or yeah, Captain Singh for short, with their said screenshot from the video game Shady Night. And according to the maestro, we've been talking about this game for weeks and weeks on end, and it's still not mentioned during the Wild World of Stuns. And don't worry, maestro, give it time, it will be. It really will be. But besides all that, folks, the screenshot that they provided for this week that Maestro put in the question for the Wild World of Stuns shows you actually leaping over an enemy, jumping up toward a torch that's on the wall, only to shoot him with a modified flaming arrow, only to jump back into the torch again, shoot him, finish the job, and just stare at your handiwork as he rolls on the ground. And this automatically reminds me of a combination of not only The Matrix, Max Payne, with a little hint of Robin Hood in there as well. Yeah, definitely Robin Hood with that bow and arrow shot, because that's the only guy I know who could probably make that shot with that type of bow and arrow. Would have said Katniss Everdeen, but I don't know. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides this cool kill with a bow and arrow, you can also do this with a crossbow or an automatic crossbow to take out a multitude of different enemies. Or just have the ability to use 3 arrows at once to kill 3 enemies at once with 3 separate bows that are on fire. Yeah, good idea, Maestro, because the Maestro was the one who came up with it. And if you guys want to check out any other cool screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend and beyond, you can head on over to the Twitter pages of not only Oliver Snyder's, Octo Curio, Indie Rhymes, Playing Indies, Shot_Games, or even under the hashtag of Screenshot Saturday. And if you guys want to check out the screenshots that we liked for this week and get an interpretation of it for yourselves, you can head on over to our screenshot Twitter page, only known as the Agent 0012, where the Maestro made a folder entitled High Screenshots. Now, is it high as in you're waving high, or high in the clouds screenshot? Oh, he says high in the clouds. Right. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into music, and when we return, we'll be back with another celebratory chiropractor edition of the Wild World of Stuns right after this. So don't get lost in madness just yet, folks, and stay tuned.